that had hardly settled on the bottom, and something's taken hold. I suspect it's what we came for. Ah, yes. Well, literally 30 seconds if that. Crazy start. Good morning and welcome back to the diary, and welcome back to the Spate River in Yorkshire. A different stretch this morning, and somewhat restricted choice of swims. I've ended up here, and as you've already seen, 30 seconds in, and a nice sort of four pounder, I guess, chub on the old reliable bread flake. A new stretch, as I say. I'm about a mile and a half downstream of where you saw me last catching a barbel, and I thought I'd come down here. This stretch in fact is better known for the chub fishing than the barbel fishing, and I thought I'd come down here and see if I could catch a chub or two. Although I do have an ulterior motive as well. Those of you that have watched my previous video with the barbel will have heard me say that by the time I get back from my holidays, the next trip could well be pike fishing. Well, it isn't, obviously. I'm here fishing for chub. It's really not pike fishing weather at the minute. It's unseasonably mild. Water temperatures are still relatively high, and so I thought I'd give it a week or two just to get a bit colder before starting the pike fishing. The ulterior motive, well, having had a chat with one of the regulars on here the last time I was up the river. He like me was a pike fisher in the winter, and he happened to mention that this stretch did a couple of very nice pike last winter. So I thought I'd combine a bit of chub fishing with a bit of a recce, have a look at some of the swims, with a view to coming and trying it for the pike later in the year. So a double-edged plan today, and already one part of that plan's come good. As I say, a 4 pound-ish blank saver. Couldn't be a better start. Anything other exciting? I'll be back. God, lovely. Well, that was a wrap round. Oh, that had only been in there a couple of minutes. Another nice chub. Come out of there. Chub number 2. Wow. Well, not the biggest, but a lovely looking fish, all the same. Maybe 2 pounds, something like that. But as I say, that's 2 fish in 5 minutes. If it carries on like that, it's going to be a bit special today. Get it back. You always swim into the net and never out of it. Lovely. Well, that's the first half hour, and it's settled down a bit now. 2 fish in the first 2 casts. It was a bit too much excitement almost. The swim, I think I said earlier, I had a look at 3 or 4 swims before I settled in this one, and at least 2 of them looked absolutely spot on for a pike. Lovely slack water behind overhanging bushes, just looked exactly what you would hope for. The only problem at the moment is they're pretty inaccessible. They're quite badly overgrown, and I would prefer came to fish rather than open up swims, if you know what I mean. This swim, quite comfortable to be honest. Nice flow right down the middle of the swim. I'm using a fairly light feeder, so I'm casting to the far side of the flow, and it's settling nicely along the crease on the near side of the flow, and certainly that's where the 2 fish came from. So yeah, a racing start. Let's just see if we can catch one of the bigger inhabitants. Well, bait options. Well, as you've seen, I've started on bread crust, hook bait, and liquidized bread in the feeder. But I've got the option of pepperami, hot chili pepperami, and obviously pellets as well. But I'm going to stick with the bread for a little while because obviously got off to a good start, so might change later, but as I say, sticking with the bread at the moment. Well, that's 5 hours and nothing else to report. There's a knock. I just wonder if the curse of the early fish is going to kick in. No. Yeah, so perhaps, as I say, early fish sometime. Oh, there's another one. It's 3rd of October today, and I'm sitting at 17 degrees and a warm breeze. And I've just checked the weather forecast. The next opportunity I'm going to have to be out fishing is this coming weekend, and they're forecasting 20 degrees for the weekend. The end of the first week in October, 20 degrees. You know, the seasons, everybody's saying the same of course, but the seasons are all over the place. But it certainly looks like my pike fishing is going to get off to a late start this year. I'm not sure what I'll do next weekend. I might even come back and fish the barbel stretch again just to see if I can fluke another barbel out. Missed it. Well, I'm going to give it another hour, and then I'm going to pack up. I want to give myself time to go for a wander, have a look at some of the other pegs with my piking hat on, if you know what I mean. And I think for the last hour I'm going to go back onto the bread flake to see if I can get that to work. I had one good pull about an hour ago, which I failed to hook up, which was a bit frustrating. But other than that, nothing since first thing this morning. Right, so as I say, about an hour. Well, that's it. The curse of the early fish strikes again. Hope you enjoyed that. It might turn out to be a fairly short video, I think, but and I don't really know what we'll be doing next. If the weather forecast's right, then it's unlikely to be pike fishing. We'll just have to wait a bit longer to get started with that. So there's a chance I might be back here somewhere on the river for a barbel or a chub, or I might just stay local and fish for a carp. I haven't had a carp out of the urban park lake this year, so I might give that a go. We'll just have to wait and see. So as I say, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching if you're still with me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.